Good evening, everybody. On behalf of Central Florida Medicine Magazine, we'd like to welcome everyone to the 5th annual Daffodil Gala. It's a wonderful event to benefit the Space Coast Cancer Foundation. And we're here with the CEO of Brevard Physicians Network, who's looking absolutely dazzling this evening. Brenda, you look lovely.
Thank you.
Well, I noticed you have your mother with you this evening. It's a real pleasure to see her. And on this occasion, as we raise money for the foundation, how are things with the Brevard Physicians Network?
Things are going very well. We're just waiting for all the new Medicare Advantage plans to release their benefits, so we know what kind of benefits they're going to be offering to our seniors. We got the Medicaid health care reform that just came out as well. As you know, the state of Florida signed into law on June 12th that Medicaid would be privatized, so we're going through all the regulations to figure out what impact it'll have on our physicians, and here in the community especially, we anticipate probably another 50,000 eligibles with some of the new healthcare laws that have been signed in. So we're just trying to make sure our physicians know what to expect in the next year or so that's coming up.
Well, you're doing a wonderful job.
Thank
and of
you.
course, the Space Coast Cancer Foundation recently joined.
Yes, we're so excited. Dr. Levine and his group, that was just a wonderful kudos for Brevard Physicians Network. I think it really complements the total depth of our network and the caliber of physicians that we currently have. This is just such a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for all of us to have them.
Well, with their new facility across the way there, and they got an incredible team. So congratulations on that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming.
Mm-hmm.
Should be a wonderful evening. We're going to have a silent auction and then the main program starting around 7. So thank you, Brenda, and thank you for everything you do in the community.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye.
Back here at the 5th annual Daffodil Gala, Giles Malone for SpaceCoastMedicine.com. I'm here with the highly talented and beautiful Dr. Cindy Bryant.
Thank you.
Welcome, Cindy, to the 5th annual Gala.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here. We've been planning this all year. Almost after the Gala ends, we dig in and start planning it again for the next year. It's so fun. We all look forward to it, and it's always for such a good cause. We get really excited about it, and it looks like it's going to be beautiful again this year.
Well, I've been to all 5, and this is probably, everyone's outdone themselves. It looks wonderful.
They have. Well, I love our theme this year. It's a little more casual, a little more tropical, a little more fun.
Okay, well, I know you're getting settled into your new facility there across the highway. How's
yes,
it going?
We are.
And what's the
wonderful. It's wonderful. I mean, the machine is spectacular. We haven't had any trouble with it. We've had all kinds of patients, and just like such precision and accuracy with the delivery of the radiation. I mean, it's wonderful. I would never really have thought it would be possible.
Well, thank you so much
thank you.
for helping the people here, and
congratulations
on the gala.
Thank you so much.
Let's go bid up some items and raise a bunch of money.
That's right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good evening, folks. We're back here at the 5th annual Daffodil Gala. Giles Malone for Space Coast Medicine Magazine. I'm here with the lovely Susan McLaughlin. Good evening, Susan. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'd like to thank you for helping on the planning committee for the Daffodil Gala. I understand that you were involved in that.
It is a great group to work with. They're very well organized, and I think it came together just brilliantly tonight.
Well, it looks so nice. I mean, the decorations and the room is spectacular, and I've been to this thing 5 years in a row now. I think this looks probably the best one so far. So
yes, they definitely had a vision, and I give them kudos. Everything down to the signs out front, leading people in, to the lighting inside. It's just absolutely gorgeous.
Well, I understand you're also helping develop their website.
This is my first year working with them, and so the website is in the beginning stages, but hopefully over the next year, well, definitely for the next event, it'll be much more progressed and include pictures from this event and just things for the public to come out and see what's happened in the past and what to expect.
Right. Well, we're so pleased to be here with you tonight and all the other wonderful, generous guests. There's going to be a silent auction, of course, and also the main program.
Incredible items.
Really?
Very generous people.
Have you bought any yet?
Not yet, but I've got my name out there.
I'm going to be trying to get some of those too, so we'll have to bid it up.
You're Giles, so I'll be outbidding you. Okay. Thank you. It was nice
Susan,
meeting you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your help with the foundation.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, we'd like to introduce one of our latest members of the Space Coast Medicine team, Crystal Louthan. Crystal, we're delighted to have you help us with a lot of our video work. Thank you so much for coming this evening to help us out. And I understand you're with a very important organization.
I am. I also, in my spare time, no, my full time, I work with the American Cancer Society. So we actually are huge partners with Space Coast Cancer Center, and it's just a beautiful partnership, and we're happy to help give hope and need as well.
Right. Well, Crystal is a very experienced journalist and videographer from many years, I understand, and bringing us some new talent to CentralFloridaMedicine.com and SpaceCoastMedicine.com. So, Crystal, thank you so much for coming tonight.
Thank you.
You really brightened the evening with that beautiful dress. Daffodil color is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. I had to get in the spirit of things, you know.
That's
you got to
right.
dress for success.
And you know, Dr. Levine actually was named as a Central Florida humanitarian last year.
That does not surprise me.
Yep. And his partner this year, Dr. Sproles, is being named as a Central Florida humanitarian. So you must come to that event November the 10th.
All right, count me in.
Help us out there.
I love celebrating good people, so I'll be there.
Thank you, Crystal.
Thank you. Well, one of Space Coast Medicine magazine's favorite doctors is Dr. Levine, and you are quite the celebrity of the evening, I must say.
Well, I think the committee is the celebrity. Melissa Flamio and all her committee members and all the volunteers. John Reardon and Shannon Simmons did a great job. I hope everybody enjoys the evening. We have a silent auction. We have music. We have fun. We have a Survivor of the Year. We have Volunteers of the Year. And we're going to thank all the sponsors. It's just giving back to the community, having our foundation to help cancer patients who need some help day in and day out.
Well, that's one of the things that Dawn Faust, who is your Survivor of the Year, actually told me, was that you were able to not only give her life back with treatments, but that you were able to give her hope too. What are some things that you would tell patients when they come to see you?
I think that's a very important point you're making, that you always want to convey a spirit of optimism and hope and a positive attitude. At Space Coast Cancer Center, all of our staff are excellent. They care about the patients. Our patients are first. We're on call 24/7 for the physicians at the hospitals and for our practice. And we always want to do what's right for the patient. And if we need extra help, we will refer to the cancer centers, Mayo, Moffitt, and Shands. We'll refer people to New York or Boston or Seattle, wherever it takes to get the patient the best care possible.
Well, Dr. Levine, your new facility across the highway is absolutely spectacular, and we envision it becoming a regional draw for people who need help. You know, we're perfectly located between Melbourne and Titusville, right here at Vieira, and of course, a short distance from Orlando. So, do you see people, patients coming from far and wide now?
We believe so. We have patients outside of Brevard County who come to Space Coast Cancer Center. We have a very strong clinical trials department. We have the best technology. We have the TrueBeam in Vieira and the Trilogy, LINAC Linear Accelerator in Titusville. These are the best radiation therapy machines in the world. We have a quality assurance full-time nurse. We're the first and only practice in the state of Florida to be certified for quality by the American Society of Clinical Oncology. So we try and perform at the highest level, and we hope to achieve a regional cancer status with the collaboration of Health First and Vieira Hospital, the medical staff, and the community.
Well, it certainly shows, because there are more birthdays and more survivors every day, and it wouldn't be possible without you guys. And very excited to hear that you're going to have a transportation van now that's going to be able to bring the patients to you. Tell me a little bit more about the service you're offering.
Right, so Space Coast Cancer Foundation is a public foundation, and we have a transport van to help patients be transported not just to our office or cancer center. It's only for cancer patients, but any cancer patient in the county can call us, and we have qualifications to document they have the need, financial need or lack of personnel, family, or friends, and then we'll take them to any office. We'll take them to any cancer center, or to get a CAT scan done at the hospital, or a blood transfusion. We have transported people to Shands and to Moffitt Cancer Center for second opinion, where they needed a second opinion, but they didn't have the ability to get there financially or have a vehicle. We've paid for patients' electric bill, food, a car payment, rent. We have two full-time financial counselors, Tina and Debbie, that help patients navigate through Medicaid applications and getting disability completed. And we also have whole program of getting free drugs for cancer patients. The chemotherapy can be expensive. We never turn down a patient if they have insurance or not. So we have a program with the pharmaceutical companies to ask them to give us replacement drug. We'll buy the drug, we'll give it to the patient, chemotherapy or anti-nausea medication, and then we'll ask the pharmaceutical company to give it back to us. And also the foundation pays for pain medication and other cancer-related support drugs.
Wow, that is truly a broad spectrum and array of amazing things that cancer patients definitely need. That is hope, and you are truly making a difference and saving people's lives, literally, figuratively, and just all around. So I know you're one of the men of the evening, so we're going to let you get back to your people, but thank you so much.
I do want to thank everybody on the board of directors of Space Coast Cancer Foundation and Vitas Hospice, our major premier sponsor. Thank you.
And make sure you donate so that way we can help more people.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Really appreciate it. Good luck.
Thank you so much. This is Dawn Faust. Not only is she a survivor, she is the Survivor of the Year who we are honoring tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I know that that's probably not the title that you would most want, to have is to be in the category of even being a survivor, but you've had an amazing story and you've been so inspiring to so many people. What does it mean to be named that and given an honor for that?
It's actually very humbling. And to be recognized in a community of people that I love and serve at this point is really very, very humbling for me.
Well, you look gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
I appreciate that.
Now, you spend a lot of time with other survivors and people that are going through cancer. What are some of the things that people out there that are going through cancer or maybe have gone through cancer, what are some things that you do to give back and serve others?
When I went through my cancer experience and journey, I touched a lot of agencies here in the county. And all of the agencies that I touched and that helped me personally now get my time. And I feel like I really do not have anything more precious than the time. So I give time to the American Cancer Society. I give time to the Space Coast Cancer Foundation. I'm involved in a project called the Be Pink Project. And I spend a lot of my spare time. My hobby is my volunteerism.
That's awesome because, it's all about more time, really. More birthdays, more time.
Absolutely.
Now, Space Coast Cancer Center, that's where you got your treatments.
Yes, it is.
Tell me a little bit about the doctor that treated you and how they were to receive treatment from.
My personal doctor was Dr. Levine, and he is one of my heroes. He really was one of the first people that came along in the midst of my journey and gave me hope. Until I actually met him, I was really trying to figure out how I was going to get treated and how I was going to become a survivor. And he was the first one that basically told me that I needed to focus on getting well and let him worry about everything else. And that's the agreement that we made, and that's the agreement that we have.
That is so fantastic, and that's really great to find somebody that actually knows you, cares about you, and still is in your life. Now, how important is it that they're getting this van for treatment? Chemo stinks. We know that from what we've heard. How important is it to get a ride?
It is absolutely amazing how often people that are in treatment really do not have transportation. Even if it's a husband and wife situation, very often there's people that work in the home, and the cancer patient really, is at home very often, and they do not have transportation. We also have a large senior population, and they're just not feeling well enough if they live alone to drive themselves to treatment. So it's incredibly important because it's really, it really is the way that they have to get to their treatment. Otherwise, they're not able. So it's very important.
This is all very important. And Dawn, you are super important. And thank you for being you because you're just wonderful.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, I've caught up with Miss Grace Vista, and I hear that you helped make this whole event happen.
Well, yes, we have a group of us that worked for the last few months. We are the Space Coast Daffodil Gala Committee, so it was a lot of work, but a lot of fun to put it together.
So what kind of tasks did you do to help put this on? Do you have to find sponsors?
We had to find sponsors, and some of us actually did sponsor the event, but we had a lot of great talent that volunteered this year. One of the gals on the committee is an interior designer, so she was in charge of putting together this beautiful display that we have inside. Another one of our volunteers on the committee is a web designer, so she put a website together promoting the gala. So we had a cumulative effort, and it worked out, I think, really well.
Absolutely. It always takes a really good team and to put something like this on.
Well,
but
it was a lot of hard work, but it was a lot of fun, and of course for a great cause. So we were happy to do it.
And you guys are raising money tonight for a van.
Right. Well, the Space Coast Cancer Foundation does a lot to help the people in the community all over Brevard that have cancer but are in a financial or emotional need. So we are actually raising money through the gala to pay for a transport van that we just purchased to transport patients to and from their appointments that otherwise they may not have a way to get there.
That is so important because they've got to get the treatment. And I know another important thing is that you're on the board. And tell me a little bit about how you came to be on the board.
Okay. Well, it is an honor to be on the board of directors for the foundation. I just have a personal interest in helping people with cancer. My family has been affected by cancer. I lost a loved one, and plus the fact that I had a lot of marketing and event management experience, I thought I could contribute to some of the events.
Absolutely. Well, we're so glad you did, and thank you so much. You look gorgeous.
All right.
All right. All right. So Doug's going to do this interview, right? You like being in front of the camera?
It's been a long time. It's been a while.
I remember a specific write-up about you, actually, that I ripped out because I was like, this guy, not only is he in medicine, but he's an actor. Is this true?
No, I just acted as myself. Really, that's
a character, though.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, now tell me about what you do on a daily basis and how cancer affects you.
What do I do on a daily? I'm a radiologist, so I read CAT scans, MRIs, and ultrasounds, X-rays, and mammograms, and many times, unfortunately, we find cancer, but these are the imaging modalities that we use to find cancer and to track our progress in treating cancer. And
so are you guys catching it early on now? Or
we're
are
catching
more people catching it early?
Earlier and earlier. I mean,
Awesome.
It just gets, they get smaller and smaller. The equipment gets better and better, and we see things earlier and earlier. So.
Well, we appreciate you because obviously you're the one that, helps us get it seen and taken care of out of there.
That's what we need to do.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Well, I've caught up with a very snazzy Mr. Giles Malone. How are you this evening?
Very well, Crystal. How are you this evening?
I'm doing great. So, cancer affects everybody. How has the Daffodil Gala and the Space Coast Cancer Center affected you?
Well, Dr. Levine has done such an outstanding job with this event. It's the 5th year, I believe, and the daffodil is such an inspirational flower. It comes forth every spring. It's resilient, and like many people with cancer, they have to be resilient, and like the daffodil, come forth through adversity. So I love your beautiful yellow dress this evening, by the way. You look outstanding, like a daffodil yourself.
Hey, I like to get into the spirit of things, so that was actually the best description that I've heard of what the Daffodil Gala is all about.
Well, we're here with Space Coast Medicine magazine, and of course we covered Vitas Hospice, I believe, is the title sponsor for tonight. We'd like to thank Vitas Hospice for stepping forth to help the Space Coast Cancer Foundation, as well as many other sponsors.
Absolutely, and we're raising money for a transport van. So Vitas, thank you for that. And what more can we expect from Space Coast Medicine regarding cancer?
Well, we try to cover all the physicians and all the facilities across the Space Coast to help people. And of course, this is one of the primary ones here. We're delighted to see the new facility across the highway here.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
It's amazing,
yes.
Amazing. So.
Well, hopefully we won't have to have a whole lot of people visit that facility unless you're just going to take a quick tour. But that's why we're here tonight, is to raise money and awareness and beat cancer.
Thank you, Crystal.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right. Well, Space Coast Medicine loves Dr. Frank Manzara. How are you?
Oh, fine. Doing well.
I see you out and about all the time. You are just a social Mr. MD. Now, tell me what brings you here tonight.
Well, we're really excited to be part of the new Vieira complex there, and Space Coast Oncology. We do a lot of breast reconstruction with them, and we just enjoy to be with them.
What can we look for from your office? Do you have any new up-and-coming procedures or items of interest that Space Coast Medicine may want to get in on?
Well, as far as our breast reconstruction, we've been utilizing a tissue expansion technique. It's worked very well. We're able to reconstruct the nipple reeler complex with little flaps, and also from tattooing.
Wow.
We're able to match the opposite breast and do a pretty good job at it.
So you can probably do that in your sleep, huh? You've done how many do you think you've done over the years? Augmentations or
Several hundred breast surgeries.
All right, so if you need help, you know where to go. Go see Dr. Vanzari. He's very experienced. Well, I've gotten to catch up with Miss Rosemary D'Souza. Now, you have played an important part tonight with VITAS. Tell me a little bit about how you're partnering with Space Coast Cancer Center.
Well, we have presented a donation of $15,000 to help towards the transport van that'll allow patients to get transported from their home to the various Space Coast Cancer Center satellite offices.
That is
And we
so
feel
important.
that the service that Space Coast is offering to the patients is very similar to our mission in helping patients that have life-limiting illnesses.
Now, for those that don't know about your mission and what you do, tell us a little bit about VITAS and what you do.
VITAS, Innovative Hospice Care, is a hospice provider that provides services for patients who have a prognosis of 6 months or less.
So you guys are really coming in and you're dealing with people that are, in their last days. That can be kind of a depressing thing. How do you keep the energy and the hope up to continue and do that every day?
Well, actually, we have an interdisciplinary team that makes up the whole part of the program, and we've got social workers that help with the psychosocial issues. We've got a chaplain to help with the spiritual issues, and certainly the clinical staff. We have our own team of VITAS physicians, and so it's an entire very global in that respect, and so we're there to help alleviate the pain, symptoms, and to provide patients with the dignity that they need during some of the most critical hours of their lives. And the word VITAS comes from the Latin-derived word of to live. So it's really about giving them life and hope and the best care needed during some of the most critical hours.
Well, I learned something new today. I did not know that meant that, and that is so important because I think people just don't know what to do. Most people aren't faced with that, caregivers, so that's so important. Well, thank you guys so much for making a donation and being support.
We're thrilled and excited to be here.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, the Florida Eye Associates showed up tonight to support the Daffodil Gala. Welcome. How are you guys?
Doing great, thank you.
Good, thank you.
Now, you help everyone see better here in the Space Coast, which is very important. Tell me a little bit about what kind of surgeries or practices you're doing the most right now.
Right, so I'm actually a cornea specialist in the area doing cornea transplants, laser vision correction, and cataract surgery. And I also do treat some ocular surface cancers, and we do get a lot of referrals from the doctors in the area for eye exams and eye specialty things. So
great. And how about you, Bridget?
I do physician relations, so I'm out in the area a lot dealing with the optometrists, the family physicians, and so on and so on. We have 13 physicians with us. We have 6 different locations, ranging from all kinds of eye diseases to regular eye exams. We have Dr. Freeman, who also does a lot of ocular plastics with us. A lot of the physicians refer to him for that sort of thing. And that's basically about it.
Now, the eyes are such a sensitive area. I mean, it's very important. Everybody likes to see. Do you ever get the shakes? Or, what if you sneeze when you're working on somebody? How does that work?
well, it takes an extra steady hand, and we've had extensive training in the area, so no, we're very comfortable, and we want our patients, of course, to hold still under the microscope, but we really don't really have much problems with that.
Are your hands insured?
Yes, they are. Lloyd's of London.
All right. I always wanted to ask these questions, and now I can. Now, how are you guys involved with the Space Coast Cancer Foundation?
Well, we wanted to come out tonight and show our support and sponsor the function. Cancer it seems to be a big variety of
of things nowadays, and it affects a lot of people and families, if or somebody at least that you know. So we like to support it as much as we possibly can, and because we ourselves may need that support somehow or some way one day as well.
And cancer does affect the eye also. It's not very well known, but there's a lot of ocular surface cancers that exist as well as intraocular cancers. And so where I come in, I actually do treat a lot of ocular surface disease and cancers. So we do get a fair amount of referrals for that. And of course, we're here to
That's kind of rare, but so what are some symptoms that somebody would look for or notice if they had that type of cancer?
Right, just a growth on the eye, basically itching, redness, pain, and a growth, basically, or a mass on the surface of the eye is basically the telltale signs. So.
Okay, well, for all your eye care needs, you know where to go. And thank you for being a sponsor tonight. We appreciate you guys and couldn't do it without you.
We're very happy to be here. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back, folks, to SpaceCoastMedicineMagazine.com. I'm here with two very important people, very good friends of mine, Dr. Chris Edwards and Judy Edwards, who have the Smile Design Center right here down the road. You both look absolutely wonderful this evening, I must say, especially the doctor here. You look very suave and debonair this evening.
Thank you.
So now, what brings you here tonight?
My husband.
That's a good one. Now, as far as your, now Judy, let's talk a little bit about your artwork. Okay.
It's at the Fifth Avenue Gallery.
Okay, the Fifth Avenue Gallery.
And I'm teaching an encaustic workshop for the Fusner Art Museum in October.
Okay, well, the doctor's wife, Judy, is a very accomplished artist.
And you know what? Her art is fantastic. So I love my wife.
Well, Doctor, thanks for coming this evening and supporting Space Coast Cancer Foundation. It's a very worthy cause. We're raising money for a van tonight to help people get to the foundation and back and to various other places. So thanks for coming. Buy lots of stuff.
I bid on the shuttle, the autographed shuttle from my space room.
And anyone who needs dental work out there, I go to the Smile Design Center because it's so good. Dr. Edwards is the very best, I must say.
You know what?
Sorry about the shameless plug, but it's the truth.
You know what? Thank you, Giles. And you know what? It's my pleasure to serve you.
Thank you, sir.
So,
thank you very much.
Thanks.
Well, Mr. Andy Cameron, you're looking very nice tonight.
Thank you very much, Crystal. Glad to be here.
And you got dressed up for a special occasion. Tell me a little bit about your involvement with the Space Coast Cancer Foundation.
Well, actually, we're newly involved with Space Coast Cancer Foundation. Brevard Physicians Network is actually just welcome them into our network, and we're ecstatic that all 9 of their doctors are coming on board with us, and we just want to come out and show our support for them. And they've been in Brevard for a long time, and so is BPN, and we're really, really happy to have them on board with our network. So that's why we're out here.
That's great. Okay, so tell me a little bit more about BPN and how that works with these doctors and with maybe Space Coast Medicine Magazine.
Well, Space Coast Medicine Magazine has been great for us. They handle a lot of our marketing. They've really done a great job of putting us out in the community. We don't have brick and mortar buildings with signs like a MEMA or a Health First. So trying to get that notoriety, we need a little bit of help. With Brevard Physicians Network, we are a multi-specialty network. We have about 300 doctors here in Brevard County. Actually makes us a little bit larger than Health First or MEMA. So if you're not seeing one of those doctors, you're probably seeing one of ours. We do a lot of credentialing and a lot of things on the back side of the office that patients or any of the public's not going to know about. We help the physicians handle the insurance companies. We help them with claims. We help them with contract negotiations. And that's really probably our main attributes. And we do a lot of other things, but that may take another hour of me talking. So
now you seem like a young guy here,
Seem like a young guy?
Seem like a young guy. How do people take you serious when you come out and talk to doctors? They want to know that you have a medical background, or are they just more business oriented?
With our particular service that we offer, I think they want to see that you're articulate, you're timely, you present yourself well. We're not clinical in BPN. We do have a utilization management department that does feature 2 RNs. So if we do need to have clinical features, we can always fall back on our nurses to be able to answer any questions. I myself and some other people within BPN are taking a coding course, which does get into a lot of the clinical aspect of it. So, although I'm not an RN or an MD, I can speak fairly clinically enough to be able to have an intelligent conversation with a doctor. Age is always difficult.
Yeah, I bet. So does that mean you're kind of like Grey's Anatomy? You know, you can kind of talk the lingo?
I know some medical terminology. You know, if I know what it means 100%, let's just say I can talk around it.
All right, fair enough.